for sole establishment.
Yeah.
It will come with the UAE national. This UAE national can only sell to the other UAE national. From the UAE national, one foreigners cannot buy. So this is the code. You cannot change the code. Code is the final. But the law is saying that this UAE national can give power of attorney to the Indian national for operating the full business. For that, they can make an agreement, this agreement. Because 395 will come. In 395, what we say, all money invested by the foreigner. That is the important thing. Who is the best investor the money?
Is it that the power of attorney or that the secondment agreement is valid forever, or else is it needed to be renewable?
No. We have to put a clause that this power of attorney, it cannot be cancelled until the sponsor is remaining a sponsor or he quit the company.
The same case with the
Every UAE, code is by inter-UAE.
But the supplementary agreement has to be signed by your sponsor also, right?
Supplementary agreement by sponsor and the partner by two witnesses. In the court tomorrow you have to prove what is supplementary agreement. If you say that the money investment, the court will ask where is the proof. You have to prove that this full money is invested by me. Then only the true contract. The truth must be in the supplementary agreement. That is to be proved for the court.
Any court we can go and make this a contract.
Yes.
Whether it is Sharjah court or Ajman.
Any court. Enter UAE. Any court. Then based upon the agreement and the power of attorney, this is the advantages for the Indians who is making the company. LLC company with the full rights given to the person who is the investing. The automatic renewal, need to contract for the national for renewal because we have the power of attorney. Then capital full 100% we can put in this business. Then the loss and profit to be shared by the, not be shared, to be borne by the national. Then power of attorney, then banking operations funds 100% control. Then mortgage borrow, that is to be 100% we can done. You can change the UAE sponsor, we can put the class that I can change without his permission, return notice. Then that also possible. The maintaining distribution, 100% of by the investor. All assets, properties and everything that we can be goodwill to be keep upon the person. No rights for the legal case. If you want to put the class, we can put the class. Legal case of the UAE national for his death after that. So this is the advantages or the merits of the side agreement, supplementary agreement. Then from the UAE national, the advantages of even if he is 15% partner, he is not liable for in the loss and profit of the company. He has no role in the operation. He will get the annual remuneration agreed upon this contract. Then he had to obtain the UAE documents and hand over to the Indian national.
Can you just tell us a bit about the DIFC code?
Okay, DFC codes. DFC codes, it is based on the common law principle. Common law means entire the world, majority of countries following the common law. Common law means judge-made a system, not depending on the code. There's two courts, appeal courts and high court. Two courts, so two system. And also there is a small court for small claims below 500,000 dirhams. So there's no need of lawyer there. That you can go and file the case and you can get judgment. For the appeal court and first instance, there must be a lawyer to be present the case before the court.
And how do you think this court can help also the investors?
Exactly, it's a very important question. Actually, very important is the majority of the person invested here from the different parts of the world. The execution of the judgment of Dubai court or GCC courts is not so easy because common law, all countries have common law. If there is any contradiction between the common law and the Sharia law, then this cannot be executed. So majority of the countries following the common law. So if you have contract in DFC and judgment DFC, you can easily execute it in the entire the world. That is the very advantage of the DFC courts. And also secondary, all this is paperless. Within 5 minutes, you can arrest, stop a ship by sending email to the Chief Justice. So so judiciary become more powerful and more easy. It will come in your mobile. You can mobile. Lawyer can make exactly. Exactly. Millions of dollars they can invest because without blindly invest because the law is very fast, very fast. This is the very advantage means of the international courts. But there is a demerits for these courts, which is judge made the law, it's common law, not code. So same like India. So first court will say one, second court will maybe just revise everything. So that depends upon the lawyer to lawyer. So this is the demerits of the inside system. Also, this is from my experience, because we are the lawyers, we are advising the clients. Sometimes we can say 100%. This we cannot say 100%. Sometimes it will depend upon the evidence and everything. But the high fast investment is protected. You can execute judgment anywhere the world within hours.
And there is a common parlance, there is a common standard framework, the language is
English.
consistent.
Exactly. English
the common
language,
parlance.
we can understand, we can attend the court. That is an advantage.
It was a big milestone, the setup of the DIFC courts and the arbitration center as well.
Center is,
Can I ask one more question?
tell me.
If you have a free zone company,
Yes.
there was a law that this free zone company can also trade in the mainland. I mean, this was something which was under discussion.
Now, as the new law, this free zone company can hold the share of the LLC company. Oh, then again operate because they are the holding the shares of LLC.
No, what I'm saying is, you have a company in free zone,
Yes,
and now you want to operate in the mainland,
mainland
a trading business.
trading business.
Can they do that?
No, you have to obtain a trade license for that.
Okay.
Yes.
You want a separate trade license?
Exactly. Trade license, yes.
And whether a business located in Sharjah, for example, my business is located in Sharjah.
Okay.
Can I change the area of jurisdiction of the court
Yes.
from the Sharjah court to DFC court if I wish?
Okay.
Is it possible that way, like in the supplementary agreement?
Yes.
Usually in the normal agreement that we.
No, supplementary agreement will not consider the international. It is the code. It is the code. Code means come to Sharia court only. And if you have got another agreement with another investor or for other party, we can make the agreement with the DFC courts.
So whether it is in Sharjah, Dubai.
Anywhere.
But if it is, the agreement is with another investor, then we can go to DFC.
We can with DFC courts.
But the other.
Sponsor cannot. Because we had to get
That
the
will
court.
be basically from whichever rate.
Whichever which that concern to court only.
Any more questions?
Thank you.
All right. A round of applause, please, for Advocate Binoy Sassi. Thank you very much. Very spot on. But I'd like to extend a little appreciation, gratitude. Can somebody call the IBMC captains, please? Let me start preparing for the next speaker. In the meanwhile, it's going to be Global Trend of the Maritime Sector and Opportunities between the Sharjah Emirates and India. Mr. Sohan Roy has extended his apologies for not being present this afternoon, but his session will be presented and represented by Mr. Girish Menon, who is the Managing Director of the Aries Group of Companies. Aries Group of Companies is headquartered in Sharjah. The company was established in 1998 and now operates in 15 countries around the world. With interests in diversified fields like oil and gas, shipping, event management, 3D animation, theater, and film production, the group now has 45 companies in its portfolio. Mr. Menon is a naval architect by profession and has a degree in naval architecture from Cochin University and a master's in marine technology from Newcastle University. He is presently pursuing a doctorate in naval architecture and heads the design and engineering division in the Aries Group. He has been at the forefront of many innovative designs, consultancy works, and organizing events undertaken throughout his 17-year tenure with the Aries Group. A round of applause. Let's get cracking with global trends of the maritime sector and opportunities between Sharjah Emirates and Dubai and India.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry if I appear a bit hassled since I'm not keeping too well today. I'm presenting on this topic, global trends on the maritime sector. I'm Girish Menon. I'm basically a naval architect by profession and have been here for almost 18 years now in Sharjah, working in the maritime industry with Aries group of companies, where we are doing marine consultancy and engineering and inspection works as part of the whole Aries group. Our company is Aries Marine Engineering Services. So we'll just, I have a presentation with a few slides which talks about what are the prospects of the maritime industry and the developments that are taking place right now in India, and what are the investment opportunities that could come out of it. So in the next 20 years, we are expecting a great increase in the import of oil products into South and Southeast Asia, and a huge increase in LNG import that is going to come into India. We'll see why that's going to come in the few of the slides that are coming. Then bulk products like iron ore and coal. India is picking up on its coal power plants and other dry bulk cargoes, and India will be overtaking China as the next biggest coal importer before 2030. And as India's growth will be outpacing China, it has outpaced China, and this will increase the purchasing power of Indian households, and imports into India and trade within India using the maritime sector is going to witness a tremendous growth. And another sector that is right now picking up is the offshore renewable energy sector, which is also, actually it's right now in a very nascent stage in India, and which is expected to be picking up over the next decade or so. India has a 7,500 kilometer coastline. That's a big coastline to have, and we'll see in some of the few slides and how grossly underutilized this big coastline is when compared to many of the other coastal countries, how underutilized this is, what small percentage of India's trade is happening through the coastal and inland waterways route. That is why as India grows, this is going to be a huge sector where there will be all-round development and huge investments which are in the tune of billions of dollars. The Make in India initiative of the government also will be boosting the production sector in India. So what are the government initiatives? First, I think we'll talk about the government's big initiatives that are coming up. Number one is shipbuilding. The Indian government is hugely encouraging shipbuilding under the Make in India scheme. Shipyards like Cochin Shipyard and Musgon Dock, they are bound to get a lot of government orders and incentives to make these ships in India in order to shift the center of gravity of the shipbuilding, which is right now in Far East, which is basically in China, Korea, and Japan. Inland waterways, that's another big area which can have developments. We have 6 inland national waterways, out of which 3 are actually operational. That's a pathetic situation actually for a country like India. We'll see where those developments are going to come. Coastal and cruise shipping, specialized cargo handling, port mechanization. Under the Sagamala project of Government of India, there's going to be numerous ports which are going to be developed throughout India's coastline. So obviously that will involve a lot of mechanization requirements of the ports. Of course, ease of doing business, that will give incentives for companies to start setting up. Liberal licensing regimes for defense and shipbuilding, that's already in play, and you can see many such investments taking place in the past couple of years. And of course, the Sagamala project, which I was talking about. This is the Sagamala project of the government. 14 coastal economic zones along India's coasts aligned to the manufacturing industry's needs. Basically, right now a lot of transportation in India of materials is taking place using the land route. What the government intends to set up is the huge list of ports from Mundra on the Gujarat coast to Kolkata. So that's the number of 14 different coastal economic zones which is going to be developed. And all these ports are small and big, are going to be developed. So you can see that the investments that is being expected is to the tune of 50 billion USD. More government initiatives, the defense items, more FDI sectors, greenfield ports being developed, conditional cabotage relaxations. So all these are going to be incentives from the government to move ahead. This is once again the coastal and inland waterways developments that are expected. One is the Sagamala, which I just said. 150 plus projects have been identified for this by the government already. 50 billion USD is the infrastructure investment that is expected. 6 new mega ports. These are those will be the big ports, and a big veritable string of small ports across throughout India's coast. And what about the waterways? The inland waterways, there is 14,500 kilometers of India's waterways that is bound to be developed. And for a country with, like India, to have just those 3 major waterways, which is the Ganges River and the Brahmaputra, that is a national waterway 2, and number 3, which is in Kerala from Kollam, Kottappuram. These are the 3 national waterways which are actually fully operational. And there are 3 more waterways which are in different phases of developments, are not completely developed. All these are going to kick in over the next few years, which is investments to the tune of close to 19 billion have been expected in this. 4 times increase tonnage of cargo is supposed to be carried within these waterways. 65 million tons of cargo is right now moved through India's inland waterways. But what is that 65 million tons? It's just 0.1% of the total inland traffic in ton kilometers. 0.1%. A comparable figure is 21% in the US. Only 3% of passengers goods traffic of India's coastal region is going through the coastal or inland waterways, which is 47% in China, 44% in Korea, 40 plus in European countries. So that's 3% is nothing. And for a growing country like India, we can all see where this is going to be a huge area where developments can take place, which is why that US dollar 19 billion investment is going to take place. Those were regarding the big government proposals. There are a few special proposals which we as Aries Group has worked on and found tremendous interest from various investors. A few which I am talking about here are marina development, steel snake boat races, LNG propelled houseboats or inland vessels, maritime academy, the Vizhinjam port infrastructure support, ship recycling, which is decommissioning of existing ships, and maritime equipment handling. First, we'll go to the marina proposal, which is actually a very billion-dollar market which India is right now missing out. India does not have even a single world-class marina to its name. We always hear about a lot of Indians, millionaires, billionaires being in Forbes list, world's richest list and all that. So there are quite a few Indians who earn in the millions, but do they have yachts? All these billionaires who have yachts park their yachts either in Dubai or in one of the European countries. Why? Because there is no world-class infrastructure in India to develop, to handle these yachts and to park those yachts, to manage those yachts. So this is a huge development, huge area where there is very big prospect of development. What is the requirement to have a marina? You just need to have a seaport nearby, airports nearby, highways nearby, and sufficient water depth. All of these are available in almost all the coastal areas of India. Why in India? Because right now, due to various financial problems that are there everywhere, people prefer to have new marinas, lower cost areas, and closer to tourist destinations. On an average, a minimum $1,000 per month, as per our study, will flow from each yacht that is there in a marina. Even with 10% of the yachts coming to India, it is going to be $1 billion market. The climate, of course, India has very good climate throughout 365 days, medical support, cheap living costs, all these will attract the people with yachts towards, as long as there is a good marina to be there. And of course, it has to be close to the tourism circuits, maybe Kerala, Goa, somewhere like that. If it's developed, Kerala backwaters is the best place because of its secluded location and natural protection. It's not directly open to the sea and to the winds and the climate. Geographically, from our studies, we found Kerala is the ideal place for this. Proper marinas, these don't create in environmental issues because the marinas are not created with huge concrete structures. They are all using floating structures and which can be environmentally degradable structures can be used. Properties investments in marina, this will bring a lot of foreign investments, development of the surrounding areas, job opportunities, and if yachts are there, of course, you will require yacht equipment, spare parts trading, yacht repair facilities have to come up. We just need to look around Dubai where all the yacht marinas are there. Such a lot of supporting industries are coming up around it. Surveys, certification, insurance supports, all these, and better demand for waterfront properties. Yacht owners, according to our study, there are over 10,000 potential owners, yacht owners in India. Very strong NRI client base is there. Identification through various clubs, luxury car dealers, references to make them aware about yachting. Offshore trips, on-board yachts. These are prestige symbols actually. Right now we can see that in India a car could be one of the most biggest prestige symbol. A yacht is what should be in the future. Waterfront resorts can be developed. If these, as long as the marinas are there, all these things will come along with it. If the marinas are there, the people owning the yachts will, of course, travel to India. That will lead to developments into the waterfront resorts and yacht clubs, which are also tremendous investment opportunities. Tourists, yacht tourists, super mega yachts bring in the billionaires. Identify them, invite them, tour plans, entertainments, press meets, investment meets. All these are we had conducted Boat India. That was a huge forum or a conference conducted towards targeting these yacht people. That was in around 7-8 years back, and there was tremendous interest towards development of yachts and marinas in Cochin. Sporting yachts, we all know about the Volvo Ocean Race. Each of the yacht owners spend around $100 million to compete in 8 million for the 8 months for the prize money. So if such competitions are based out of India's marinas, these are going to have tremendous impact on the tourism industry also. The next one, the snake boat. The snake boat is typical of in the southern state of Kerala. These have a length of around 100 to 138 feet and carry around 100 people on it. And the races involving these snake boats have a tremendous impact on in the community there, and there is big interest in developing it as a professional sport instead of being the traditional sport that right now it is. So how can such a snake boat race be conducted? Right now the races being conducted are in a traditional manner and wooden boats. So they are not common. Each of the boats that are in the race are not having a common length. They are of different lengths. The number of people differ. So that does not call for a proper race of equal terms. So that is where, in order to make a commercial steel snake boat race on a professional scale, this has to be done. First of all, the boats have to be all have to be of equal standards. They have to be built to some sort of standard specifications. Once these are done, this is what it can develop it into 50,000 to 200,000 extra visitors with an annual increase of 30%. This will give an all-around development of the whole area near Alleppey where the snake boat races are being held. It can be conducted as an international event with Sports Council accreditation and with teams to the like of, just like we do have Premier Leagues with branding slots for corporates and for boat and the team names. These are the developments that are possible in this area. What are the benefits? Huge direct and indirect revenue generation, branding potentials, tourist opportunities, media attraction, professional rovers, identification of young talents, and it can be a totally pollution-free. Various revenue models which we have worked out over the past through various studies. This give a very good picture to us that this is something that can be with tremendous potential. Houseboat. We all have seen houseboats in the Kerala backwaters. These are around 1,000 houseboats are there right now in the Alapi backwaters in Kerala. Right now, all of these are diesel propelled and causing excuse me, causing tremendous ecological impact. There is such a lot of oil leakage and wastage happening on the backwaters, and when all these houseboats are parked, we can see how much diesel and how much oil is being spilt into the water from all these boats. So we have a proposal about converting these into LNG propelled steel houseboats. The first steel houseboat built in Kerala was through our group. That was in 2005. And since then, there are more than 500 steel houseboats. Steel houseboats are environmentally more friendly, and they have, right now they are built with diesel engines, but the proposal is to convert them to LNG and diesel dual fuel. We have a huge LNG terminal right now in Cochin, which is operating to 5% of its full capacity, because there is no way that the LNG can be distributed throughout Kerala, because there is nobody to use the LNG. Just 5% of the tankage is being used in Cochin. So once the conversion into LNG takes place, there will be more and more usage of LNG, which will also increase the utilization of the Petronet LNG terminal. So the present discussions that we are carrying out along with Petronet and GAIL, which points to a very good prospect of converting these steel houseboats into LNG. The next one is a maritime training academy. In the likes of EMA, Emirates International Maritime Academy, we have here in Dubai. That's a maritime training academy set up with the Dubai government's support. Iris Group was managing the EMA for over 2 years. So what we have seen is that there is a huge gap between the institutes and the industry. There are a lot of academic institutes which give training, which give degrees, but they do not have any connect with the industry. So this is what we intend to bridge. The interaction between the industry and the institutes are to be brought in. Industry, institutes, interaction. How can this be done? This is through visual media based live training, e-learning, tuition theaters. I'll show you a sample of a tuition theater which we have designed. I think, yeah, that's in the background actually. The feature of a theater classroom, it has a 7.1 audio surround system, high definition projection, ambience, seating capacity, video recording facility. So the classrooms of the future are no longer going to be classrooms where the professor talks and the students listen and write notes. These are going to be video-based classrooms with theater facility. There is a normal talk that we normally say. You all have seen the movie of Titanic. To read the script of Titanic, it may take 10 days, and nothing would go in our heads. But if you see the movie in 3 hours, you understand what all is happening. Why is that? That is the impact of the movie, impact of the visual media. So that is what we intend to bring in the classroom, in the theater classroom. The next one is the Vizhinjam port. It's a mega transshipment hub right now being developed close to Thiruvananthapuram. Once a transshipment hub, a huge container port comes in, all the supporting facilities have to be there. Right now, that's a big zero, because it's being developed in a virgin area, a complete greenfield area, which does not have any supporting ship-related industries. So once that port comes in and develops there, all the related projects will have tremendous value. What about a container stack yard, freight stations, floating crafts, communication systems, yard equipments, rail, road linkages, terminals, and all the supporting services, surveys, and equipments? All these will have a requirement near to the container port. So this is going to be another development, a prospective investment possibility coming up. Ship recycling, more than 80% of world's ships are recycled in South Asia. It could be in India, it could be in Bangladesh or in Pakistan. But what is happening now is that the Hong Kong Convention has right now specifies that you have to do it in a, you have to have a green way of recycling those ships. So earlier it used to be, the ships used to be just brought to the coast, just pulled inside, and just people go with hammer and just break it down. There was no safety, no security concerns, nothing was being taken care of till at least around 3-4 years back. But right now, under the Hong Kong Convention, all the big ship owners are required to dismantle or recycle their ships only in a very safe manner and environmental friendly manner. So it's in the ship owner's interest to ensure that there are enough ship recycling yards and with very good safety features. So right now, India is at the forefront of developing this in South Asia. The biggest ship recycling yard in India is in Alang Marine, which is in Gujarat, and what it was 10 years back and what it is right now is actually worth a watch. In the past 3-4 years, there have been such good developments, and a lot of yards have come in with very good safety features, very good environmental friendly way of doing the ship recycling. So which is attracting more and more European ship owners towards recycling in India and getting it done in a safe way. Number of ships that require recycling. Just look at the numbers. These are 2,600 ships will require recycling over the next 4-5 years. So with such a number of ships, out of this 80% will come to South Asia. And out of that, more than 50% should come to India, because right now the developments as per Hong Kong Convention is taking place only in the Indian shipbreaking market. What are the opportunities? Banks don't consider ship recycling as a sort of liquid asset, just like commodity trading or something like that. So right now, what we are saying is that ship recycling, they are very liquid assets, generally being sold within just 30 days of acquisition. Cash buyers function as commodity traders, and they specialize in a unique form of scrap steel. The industry turnover estimated is $6 billion US. Opportunities in green ship recycling, many items which I covered in this. Marine equipment manufacturing under Make in India, there are quite a few equipment manufacturing possibilities towards the marine industry. When all these ports and container ports, all these develop, this is also something that will require development. Indigenization. There exists a 50 to 70% gap in equipment and systems. These are also tremendous opportunities for indigenization. What are those equipments? Propulsion, auxiliary equipments, electrical, electronics, submarine equipment systems. These are all defense equipment manufacturing. Excuse me. Under Make in India, LNG carriers, LNG fueled barges, shallow water vessels, river sea vessels, roll-on, roll-off vessels. All these are ships which can be made in India, and there are existing. And then we come to marine cities, which we are promoting under Project Indiewood. This is a $10 billion US project. It is a consortium of 2,000 Indian corporate firms and multimillionaires, conceptualized by Sohan Roy, our CEO, to initiate a 10 billion investments by a consortium. This is for the movie industry, and along with that, we are catering it to the maritime community also through the Maritime City, which we are planning along with the Project Indiewood. The Indiewood Film Carnival, which is being held in Hyderabad in Ramoji Film City, the world's largest film city, from December 1 to 4. Showcasing a maritime city, a marine city, a place for all the maritime community to live, work, and develop together. That is being showcased at this Indiewood Film Carnival in December 1 to 4. So it's an open invitation to everybody here to please attend the event too. And I'll just conclude. I think I am being shown signals to just close down my presentation. What did we talk about? Government's infrastructure projects. There were multi-billion-dollar projects like Sagamala and the inland waterways projects, 50 plus 19. We are talking about 70 billion US dollar government projects. Marinas, steel snake boat race, LNG propulsion, maritime academies,